and then land as less practical.
Very good. And what if you have secondary indications of drive system failure?
Secondary, the left yaw and the right low sometimes, but usually left yaw.
I don't understand. What was that last thing?
Left yaw and
Okay, yeah. So if you get vibration or noise,
vibration and noise is left yaw again.
then what do you do?
And then down the collective and enter rotation.
So not necessarily. So
out of that B, land immediately.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you land immediately. Be prepared to auto rotate. Let's go this way.
Oh, that okay.
Right there.
Go.
Yeah. Yep. Very good. Yeah. So if you have secondary indications of drive system failure, it's land immediately, and be prepared to auto rotate.
Okay.
So I would be looking for a field, like that field over there looks pretty good. That field
is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then,
all right, let's climb up to 1,500 feet.
1,500 feet, okay.
Yep.
There's a Vista High School.
Very good, yep. And let's go this way, please.
Oh, this way? Okay.
Where is Bonsall Racetrack, do you think? You just point toward it?
I think that when I follow that road, yeah.
Okay. So Vista High School's right here, right?
Yeah, right.
And then the Bonsall Racetrack. See that open green area right there?
Yeah, I can see it green.
Just to the right is going to be Bonsall Racetrack.
Okay.
Where's Oceanside Airport, do you think?
It's a left side, but
right back there.
Yeah, 70. When I follow that road, I can see the ocean side.
Yep, 76, right?
Yeah, 76. Okay.
All right, so my intention was to try to do an off-field landing with you today.
Okay.
But the clouds are too low.
Yeah, too low.
We would have done that out here, but I think the clouds are a little bit too low to attempt it. We need to get up to 1,800 feet for a high recon, and we're not going to get that high.
Okay.
I don't think.
Yeah, it's close a little bit so low.
Yeah. We'll fly over here and see. The area's right over here where we can do an off-field landing.
Okay.
Maybe we can skip the high recon and go straight to a low recon.
Okay, go straight to low recon.
So, what altitude would you do a high reconnaissance?
What altitude?
Yep. So a high recon is normally conducted at 500 feet AGL.
Oh, 500 feet AGL, okay.
And then a low recon is normally conducted at 300 feet AGL.
Low recon is 300.
Yep.
High is 500, okay.
And we're not going to be able to get it done. Okay, that's all right. Let's keep going this way.
Yeah, I can see the Bonsall Racetrack.
Yep, just barely, right?
Okay.
So, what would you do if you got an alternator light right now?
Alternator is, when its alternator is on, turn off once and turn on 1 second later, and it does not work. Land as soon as practical.
Land as soon as practical and? Turn off?
Turn on after 1 second later.
Nope.
Just
yeah, that's true.
Yep.
But let's say we turn this back on, the light stays on.
Yeah.
So you land as soon as practical, and what else?
Then it's just practical, and then...
In addition, you would turn off unnecessary electrical equipment, right?
Right.
Okay. So right now, we're showing a little bit of discharge. This is your ammeter.
Oh.
This is how much is coming out of the battery, right?
Right.
And if we turn on the light, that goes up. Because now we're powering the landing light with the battery.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So this helicopter also has a voltmeter. So if you push this switch down, that tells you what the volts are. So this is how much power you have in the battery. This is how much power you're using from the battery.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, so when I turn the light off, this is going to go up a little bit. You see that?
Oh, okay, I can see.
And when I turn the alternator on, it's going to go up. So now we're operating on the alternator.
Okay.
And you can see we're now charging the battery. To the right is how much we're putting into the battery, and left is how much we're taking from the battery.
Okay.
Okay? Make sense?
Okay, makes sense.
So if you have an alternator light in flight, you just turn off the alternator, turn it back on. If the light goes out, you're fine. If the light stays on, it's land as soon as practical.
Okay.
And reduce unnecessary electrical equipment. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so normally the winds are coming from that way, right?
Right.
So on a normal day like today, if the winds are coming from that direction, let's see, and you have an engine failure, you want to land a helicopter into the wind, right?
Right.
Landing a helicopter downwind is not safe. You need to land into the wind, okay?
Okay.
So I'm just going to ride the controls with you. Let's come over this way a little bit.
Okay.
And we're not going to do an engine failure, but I'm going to show you what an engine failure would look like, okay?
Okay.
And the thing to remember is that we need to turn into the wind, right?
Right.
We do not want to land in this direction. We want to land in that direction, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm just going to bring the collective down. A little bit of right rudder, right?
All right.
And then we're just going to have a rate of descent, and we're going to plan to land somewhere over here, right? We're pretending that our engine failed. We got 1,500 foot per minute rate of descent, and we're just going to pick a spot over here to put it down and land it, because we want to be into the wind. So that looks like a good spot right there. So we would just put it down right there, okay?
The grass field. Okay.
Now, you've got controls back.
Okay, I got a control.
So if that was an actual engine failure, the rate of descent would have been a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, we would have been coming down faster, but that's what it looks like. You just need to turn and make sure you're facing into the wind and try to find an open spot. To auto-rotate down, okay?
Going into the wind and try to open spot.
Yeah, so the thing to remember is you want to be into the wind and you need to turn. It happens like if we have an engine failure right now, we could probably put it right down there in that field.
Okay.
And no need to turn, right?
Yeah,
just
no need
auto-rotate and put it down right there. But normally, you're going to need to turn into the wind. Or you're going to need to turn to get to an open field, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't want to land over here, well, maybe that field, but see the power lines?
Okay.
That would suck, right? Trying to put it in right there. But normally you're going to need to turn. So remember, when you get engine failures, you're probably going to need to turn.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the 76, right?
Yeah.
So this should lead you right to Oceanside. So why don't you get ATIS and fly into Oceanside Airport and plan for a normal landing at Oceanside, okay?
Okay.